Hello, friends and families. Welcome to another exciting episode on Moments with Moronke Ashabi. This is yours truly, Moronke Ashabi. Today's topic is another interesting one. Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thank you. Now let's move on. Today we will continue on our discussion about instilling discipline in our children. This is the part 2. Funny enough, we can't give what we don't have. If a parent was not disciplined while growing up and he or she gets married, there is no discipline such person can pass to her or his children, except they decide to train themselves well while growing up. Sorry, I need to correct myself on what I said in part 1. My mom is a retired deputy director, not principal. So, family vision is very important. If families have a vision all members has to abide with, then there won't be anyone falling by the wayside. If an outsider comes with a negative lifestyle that is not acceptable in the family, it will be turned down immediately. Now let's talk about communication between parents and their children. Communication is very key, very important in the family. First of all, a husband and a wife must have a good communication between one another before you can transfer such attributes to the children. If communication between a couple is so terrible, how will they communicate with their children peacefully? They will have no one to rely on. Hence, they go out there and rely on people that will teach them terrible things. That is when you will see divided nuclear family members. So please, parents, let's have a good communication between one another. And children, they will be able to come back home and tell you what happens in their schools and amongst their friends. They will definitely be transparent to you. Also, there are stages where parents has to be parents to their children, and also where parents has to be friends to their children. They are both intertwined in some certain level, but we still have to draw the line and put our foot down when parenting. There are some things children do that when they do it the first time, we call it a mistake. They do it the second time, we say they forgot. But when they do it the third time, it is called rebellion. That means that child needs a great attention. Let me give an instance, or let me share this story that just happened to two of my friends. That is two different families. The two families relocated to UK and America. The family in America, one of their children, a boy, he is still a teenager. He misbehaved in school and didn't study well, and the father scolded him by spanking him. As an African man now, just spanking, no, not whipping. Guess what? He called the cops on his father. Again, film don't start. His father was arrested, stayed in jail for a week. His friends came to bail him out, and he was instructed that he must not go back to the house for a month. Did you hear that? For a month. He shouldn't even go near his own house. He has to stay with his friends throughout those periods until he was told to go back home. Wait guys, before I continue, what will you do if you are in such situation? Write your views in the comment section respectfully. Thank you guys. Now let me continue. He went back home and everything returned to normal. But plans were already going on behind the scene. His parents are already arranging for the children to go back to Nigeria including the ones that has not offended though. But everybody go join inside the discipline. They are arranging for them to go back to Nigeria to complete their education back home and learn thorough discipline. But funny enough, these children were given birth to in Nigeria. So what went wrong when they got to another country? Should we call it civilization or what? He must have listened to a friend and advised him to call the cops anytime his parents scold him, or maybe he watched it in a movie or something. This is really happening in some families. Family values must be instilled in our children. Now let me talk about the second family. Their own is a little bit different. They relocated their children also. The boy refused to go to school, telling his mom that he wants to be a footballer. His mom told him that he will still have to go to school even if he wants to be a footballer. From high school, when you get to college, you will join the academy. He is still stubborn about it, and funny enough, his father is not helping matters. He doesn't care. Now his mother is planning to bring him back to Nigeria for proper training. That is, she is also making her own arrangements for him to come back home. Because what is really in the hearts of parents is that a child that is good, the parents will be praised, while a child that is really terrible, the parents will be abused or insulted in the community. This is where alignment between parents comes in. Parents must be in agreement when they are instilling discipline in their children. Parents must speak with one voice. It is very important. Not a father saying one thing and the mother saying a different thing. If you are doing that, you are actually confusing those children because they won't know which advice to follow. So parents, please, let's speak with one voice. If a child goes to mommy and says one thing, and the child also goes to father, definitely the father should be able to say the same thing. That is speaking with one voice in one family. Now let me bring this up. A woman gave birth to 3 children. Her first husband died and she later married another man. The first 2 children was for the first man, while the third one is for the second husband. After some years, the second husband left them, so she has been fending for the kids. During this process, there was an old man whom the woman always borrows money from and begs food from. The old man gives her the money and food. So later on, the old man started eyeing the woman, making advances at her. I don't know what later happened in the mind of that man. He decided that he will marry a second daughter. What? A 70-year-old man to a 16-year-old girl? Are you kidding me? Do you know that woman later agreed? The man did all the marriage rites traditionally, and the marriage was kept hidden, but people eventually knew about it, but they could not say anything. No one can fight for her because her mother and grandmother handed her over to the old man. Funny enough, her mom will call her and demand that she should send her some money, that as Baba started giving her money. This old man does not give her money, only the food they eat in the house, and he always beats her constantly. Anyone who wants to intervene will be in trouble because the man knows a lot of police. Even if you report him to the police, he will be released, coupled with being a fetish man anyway. Now tell me, who is going to fight for such girl that her family has already handed over to a terrible monster? Who? Friends, leave your views in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe, share and like. Thank you. That is why I said earlier that you can't give what you don't have. A mother doesn't know better, and she has passed down a lack of discipline to her children. A lot of positive and negative things are happening in different families and society that we can't talk about in one day or even in a lifetime. We learn every day, so this topic can never be exhausted. Please, let's teach ourselves and children in the way of the law so that we will not depart from it. We all make mistakes, but when we realize our mistakes, let's learn from it and move ahead positively. In this part of the world, we have a lot of tradition. I'm not saying tradition is not good, but there are some terrible traditions that we have that is really destroying our families. Let's keep to the good parts and discard the terrible ones. So please people, discipline is very important. Even we as we grow up, there are some things we still need to discipline ourselves of. We learn every day. So let's keep love alive in our homes, amongst our friends and families. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, leave your views in the comment section. I love you guys, and God loves you more. See you on my next episode on Moments with Moronke Ashabi. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you. Bye.